Soccer Manager, it's an authentic management sim where you get to take control of your favourite football club and be the manager and live out that fantasy. The Soccer Manager series has just been growing phenomenally well over the last few years. We've gone from 2 years ago having roughly 3 million downloads. That's last year went to 5 million, and this year we're on course for 12 million downloads. The game is played in every country all around the world. We have it translated into 14 different languages. We have over 1 million matches played each day from our current user base. Users playing the game on average for about an hour a day, which is a really impressive number for a mobile game.
In terms of collaborations for the studio, in the last few years, one thing that we recognised was there's a need to be authentic in the market. So we need users, when they pick our game up, to recognise that it's a top quality game that they're going to have immersive experience in. One of the ways that we've done that is the brand association that we've done with the game. So it started off with having a face of the game, which was Mikel Arteta, the Arsenal manager. We've also expanded that out to FIFA Pro, which gives us rights to players globally, as well as a number of big clubs, Inter Milan, Wolves in the Premier League, but also German Football League as well. We're always seeking to broaden that out and find other partners in key geographies that will help us increase that authenticity and that first look in the App Store window for a user. We want people to think, wow, this is a great game, and that helps us do that.
I've been in computer games for 30 years, and so I love computer games. Then you add in soccer, and then my other passion in life is soccer, so I thought this is an absolute must-have. So I love soccer, I love computer games. Put the two together and you get Soccer Manager, or Invincibles as it is now, and it's been one hell of a ride ever since.
Well, I was a founder of another company under the Mercia Group called Gemba Digital Limited. We had a successful exit there 18 months ago, and I got approached about being a non-exec at Invincible. I was really excited because I can see the studio's obviously in a very key turning point for growth with its multiple product strategy. I've got a deep history in licensing, so I'm really keen to add value on the licensing strategy within the Invincible Studio, and also hopefully a really successful exit in the future.
I've seen the whole journey from, in the days where we were almost start-up, trying to find our feet, gather momentum, and now we're at the point where we've got this single player product, Soccer Manager, which is starting to really flourish across all of the territories that we want it to. Add to that the two games that are about to release, and it's like, we're on the cusp of something really, really good.
It's very, very proud to be a leading game developer in the north, especially in Preston. There's lots of great studios in Manchester, Liverpool, the North East, but we are definitely the only game developer in Preston. Since 2021, we've had a lot of change here at Invincible Studio, not least the name change. One of the key reasons for that was we wanted to be able to branch out potentially away from just the Soccer Manager series, but also soccer in general, and build different games. The name Invincible Studio is still a nod to our football roots. Invincibles, for those that don't know, Preston North End were the first Invincibles team way back in the 19th century, so the name change is a nod to that.
We were really pleased to be backed from an investment perspective by Mercia and also NPIF. We widened out the licensing side of the business and the authenticity side, and we also had a strategic aim as a board that we said we were really happy with the growth of the Soccer Manager series in the last few years. Still saw an awful long way to go with that, but we thought that we were in a good position skills-wise and market conditions-wise to broaden out into other games. So we wanted to become a multi-product studio. So some of that investment's gone to creating the infrastructure for that project management. And
we've increased our headcount from 35 people up to roughly 55 now, and that's enabled us to be a true multi-product studio, and we have new games coming out later this year and next year.
We're extremely proud of the games that we've been making for the last decade or so, and we're doing really well. We've grown revenue, we've grown numbers, but we're clearly a small part of that bigger market, and there's huge opportunity for us to grow into that. We have a look at things like the territories in which we're growing. We look at the platforms where our users are playing the games, if that's iOS or it's Google, and then we'll look within that to see paying audiences versus non-paying audiences, and all the time we're trying to do things strategically to grow in all those areas.
Over the next few years with Invincible Studios, we're going to be bringing out 2 new games, both football based, but sort of slightly different genres, more action focused. but using our in-house IP that we've built up over the last few years. The 10th iteration coming out in September, Soccer Manager 24, is definitely going to be our biggest and best product to date. We're going to have better licenses, lots more features, and we expect to double the growth with that game again this year. And yeah, the other two games that are coming out will add more revenue streams to the business and make us a true multi-product studio.